How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Welcome back to Ethereal Enigma. It is good to be back. Last time, I just was happy. Like, this game is like a therapy session. It's just so much fun and enjoyable. So, I think we're just going to be doing some more stuff with the school, and we have a fun event at Kira's house where she's going to let us try out her VR tech, which is going to be pretty fun. So, I think we're going to be able to get to that today, although I guess it depends on what actually is going to end up happening here with, like, expanding of the story and the plot. But so far, it just seems to be bubbly and happy opening. We got our wing girl, our cousin, who's kind of caught on to the fact that we're kind of interacting with and bonding with Kira a bit, so that's always exciting. So, yeah. It's gonna be fun and fluffy. This could be good. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice, happy story, a nice, good old time. So thank you so much, and let's get started. Good morning. Aunt Emiko greets me as I enter the kitchen. I blink in surprise before responding. Oh, good morning, Aunt Emiko. You don't have to be at the bakery this morning?
Oh, I'm heading out in a moment, but I thought it'd be nice to send you off to school, just like when you were little.
Mina strolls into the kitchen, catching the tail end of the conversation.
Mom, that's so embarrassing. We aren't kids anymore.
I know! You two grew up so fast!
Yeah. She pinches both our cheeks affectionately. Mina and I both duck away. Aunt Emiko!
Ah, Mom, stop!
Okay. I won't bother you anymore.
She chuckles, wiping her hands on her apron.
Your lunches are packed and breakfast is on the table. Since you're all set, I'm going to go back to the bakery and check on Hajime. Oh, and tell Erilynn I wish her good luck.
Aunt Emiko gives us each a hug and disappears out of the kitchen. I know she and Uncle Hajime are busy at the bakery. It's extra nice to know that they make time for us whenever they can. Mina and I start eating. Erilynn joins us as we finish up breakfast, and the three of us soon head out to the house. So good luck. I wonder if we're doing the election today. That'd be pretty quick, but like for school stuff, it makes sense. Like they don't really have to campaign too hard because like our kids really gonna care. The breeze tickles through my hair and the sunlight warms my face. Looks like it's gonna be a nice day. Every day's a nice day here. We have yet to see anything resembling not a beautiful sunny day. It's a shame I'll have to spend most of it inside. We spot Kosei walking up, a broad grin on his face.
Hey guys.
Hey Kosei, how you doing, bro? He falls in step next to me.
So, today's the big day, huh?
Big day?
Yeah, it's voting day.
Mina turns to Erilynn.
Are you nervous?
Not at all.
Why not?
There's nothing to be nervous about.
I mean, she did pretty much own the show. I could vote for something. Positivity is the way to go. Yeah, think positive. Anything's possible as long as you believe in yourself.
You may be cliche, but you're not wrong.
Erilynn smirks. We soon reach the school. After pulling open the main doors, we cross through the halls and enter the classroom. Like, normally I'd be like skeptical, be like, hey, just don't temper your expectations. But I mean, come on. It was like a shutout. Like, how could she lose? Literally, all the other candidates, like, there's the girl that was really, really shy. I mean, I props for her for running, but she was, like, unfortunately being, like, effectively bullied by the other candidate who literally just seemed to be there just to torment her, which I think is horrible, by the way. Just, we glossed over that last time. And then we have, like, King of the Dorks, who, like, might have had actual good ideas, but his follow-through and execution of them is just, like, it's just not going to work if you want to be elected by a bunch of other kids. And then Erilynn, who not only knows what to say, how to say it, but also gave away candy. Like, come on, of course she's gonna win. Kira doodles in her open notebook. She glances over when I sit down.
Hi.
Hey. You ready to vote? She nods. Who are you gonna vote for? Kira pauses, considering the question.
Erilynn.
Really? Kira nods. I didn't think those two were close. Erilynn really is a popular candidate. The students talk to each other animatedly before Miss Sato enters. Everyone quiets down as she approaches in front of the room.
Good morning, everyone. Today is an exciting day. We're going to be voting for our new grade representative.
The class mutters enthusiastically to each other. People are still talking about yesterday's debates. Erilynn doesn't really react, but Jiro pushes his glasses from slipping down the bridge of his nose. Miss Sato gestures to a small box.
Please come to the front and write who you want to vote for on the ballot. Then just fold it up and put it in the box.
She smiles at Erilynn and Jiro.
And good luck to both of you.
They nod. Shuffling sounds fill the room as everyone stands up. Pretty soon, a decent line forms at the front of the room. Who should I vote for? Well, wait. Myself? No, we're absolutely gonna vote for Erilynn. I mean, come on, the only downside to Erilynn really is that she might be just abandoning the school, but I'm totally gonna do that. But throw my vote away on an inconsequential candidate? Nah. I'm loyal to my friends. Of course I'll vote for Erilynn. She's the best suited for this job. Plus, free candy. I write her name down and drop it into the box. After voting, Kosei and Mina sit down next to me. So, who did you vote for?
Erilynn, of course.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, Mina turns to me.
What about you? You voted for Erilynn too, right?
Of course. She really is good at this. Yeah, of course. Mina nods, satisfied with my answer. Erilynn floats back down to her seat before the last few students settle into their desk. Miss Sato pulls a box away and smiles.
Thank you for your votes, everyone. We'll find out the results tomorrow.
Excellent. Jiro shifts in his seat. He glances at Erilynn, who looks relaxed.
Now, everyone please pay attention. We're moving on to our first group project of the year.
Ooh, there's a split chorus of groans and cheers.
Hopefully you'll have fun with it. Listen up so you can hear your group and topic.
I kind of liked these. Not so much for the group, but I like the idea of like trying to do the group. I either would have a really great group or I just do most of the work on my own anyway. Like, it sucks, but like, I always liked the opportunity to try and work in a group. Like, it's something that's nice to be able to have other people's opinions to help temper your own. She points to a random batch of students sitting near each other.
You 5 will be in a group. You'll be reporting on democracy.
Then she gestures to another gathering of students.
You 5 are assigned the oligarchy.
Oh, the types of government.
And then...
She points to me, Mina, Kosei, and Erilynn.
You 4 will be together with...
She hesitates as she looks at the students beside us.
Miss Igarashi.
Perfect! I glance over at Kira, who blinks in surprise.
Your project will be on the monarchy.
Oh, naturally! Miss Sato quickly moves on with the rest of her assignments. Oh, both my waifu. And with all my friends, nice! Score! We're gonna have the best project yet.
Yeah, this is awesome. We have all the smart people here.
I don't know about that. She pauses and glances at Kosei.
Well, except for one person.
Kosei waits expectantly until realization dawns.
What? Hey!
Point proven.
He's a himbo. We love him. Everyone refocuses and an awkward silence settles over us. Erilynn looks disinterested while Mina and Kosei sneak glances at Kira, who remains neutral. So, what was our topic again?
The monarchy.
Yeah, Miss Sato said we'll need to create a report on the system of government.
Okay.
How do you think we should start it?
Everyone stares blankly.
No one has any ideas?
I have ideas, but that's okay.
Jeez, Mina, we only just got assigned the topic. We haven't thought that far yet.
I'm trying to be efficient.
Erilynn yawns.
There's no need to fret. I know everything we need to complete this project.
I mean, she probably does. Mina looks impressed.
Really? How come?
Erilynn's probably going to say something about being a princess. I need to speak before she does. Sweden has a monarchy too.
Oh, that's true. It'll be interesting to compare the differences between Japan and Sweden. Kira, how about you? Do you already know anything about the topic?
Kira shifts in her seat.
Not particularly. Just what we've already learned in school.
Same here.
As the conversation moves on, I lower my voice to address Erilynn. Actually, with your background, you really would be an asset to this project.
I know. That's why I told everyone there's no need to stress.
Miss Sato claps her hands to get everyone's attention. The class slowly quiets down. So, if you're comparing monarchy with Japan and any other system, really, like, would you just be looking at the imperial line, or would you look at the shogunate line too? Because technically, those were kind of monarchy. Well, I guess the shogunate, when the shogunate was in charge, it was a bit more of a military state at that point, like, because while the shogunate did tend to pass from father to son, it didn't necessarily have to in order to maintain its power structure. But an empire doesn't necessarily have to go father son or mother daughter either. So I wonder if the argument could be made that the shogunate was just a altered form of a monarchy, or if it really did just qualify itself as a military state because of the origins of it being rested in the hands of generals of the military at the time. But like as it passed on, it kind of just became its own like monarchy in a sense. But again, like I don't know. I don't even know enough about the history to really make a comment on it, but it's an interesting idea to think about. Anyway, so she claps her hands.
Okay, everyone, one final note. You'll be expected to present your project to the class, so be creative! You'll get points on your creativity as well as clarity.
Okay. For the first time, Kira seems a little interested. I'm not too worried about this. I think with Kira's knack for art, Erilynn's public speaking skills, we should be pretty solid with our presentation. Miss Sato gives us a quick information about each of our topics and offers us more time to discuss as a group.
We should probably get together sometime outside of class and work out who does what.
Yeah.
Excellent suggestion, Mina.
Yeah, good idea. How about this weekend?
I'm down. Maybe Sunday?
I can do that.
Perfect. Okay. Might be easiest if we all meet at my house since half of us already live there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
We agree on a time and exchange contact information. I gave Kira my address just before Miss Sato claps for our attention.
I hope you've all had the chance to speak to your partners. I look forward to seeing everyone's presentations.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder what we're gonna do.
Now, please open your textbooks.
We settle down and focus as she dives into the lesson. The rest of the class goes by in a blur. Ah, the good old days back when the most stressful thing in life was school assignments. Finally, half the day is over. It's time for lunch and our club activities. Ooh, we actually get to see, like, payoff from our club. Make my way to the club room, feeling excited. Wonder what sort of discussion we'll have in this club. When I arrived, there are a couple of people already in the room, including the club president, Kohaku. Kohaku. He smiles as I approach. Hey.
Hello, I'm glad you made it.
Thanks, I'm pretty excited to be here. Still can't believe this is real.
Is this real?
Huh?
Take this pen, for instance. What color is it?
He holds up a red pen. It's red.
But, is it truly red?
Yes? No. Kind of not really, if you think about it. Because what it's doing is it's actually absorbing all the light except for red, bouncing it off. So you could say it's actually not red. So we perceive it as red because it's the only color that it's not taking in the color spectrum.
Why?
Because that's what the color it is?
Ah, but you can define it as red because you're able to see the color red. What if you were colorblind and couldn't perceive the color red? Would the pen still be red?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So he's saying, like, is color objective to the beholder? Because if you can't observe it, does it actually retain the properties that make it red? The answer would technically be yes, but again, it makes the question be, like, if nobody can perceive it, does it actually matter? And then the other question that can bring up too about this, which is odd, is that, like, what is red? Like, how do you know what you experience as red is what I experience as red? There's a very good chance that what I experience is completely different from what you experience because our brains are completely different and independent. We can both agree that something is red, but it doesn't mean that our brains interpret it in exactly the same way. So in fact, for example, if you literally could, like, jump into my brain and like possess my body, would everything look bizarre to you? Maybe. Yeah, because the pen itself didn't change, just the person who could perceive it.
Yes, however, our perception of reality is dictated by our senses. But do we perceive them in the same way? You can clearly see that this pen is red, as can I. But is our definition of red the same? When you look at red, is it the same exact color that I see?
So literally just what I just said. That's impossible to answer because you can't see through my eyes and I can't see through yours.
Exactly. It's impossible to experience things in exactly the same way. Some people can feel things more strongly than others. For example, pain. Other people might be missing senses altogether, such as if they're blind or deaf. That will change their perception of reality from someone else's. But both realities feel real to the individual. Does that mean reality is fluid? Or is one reality more real than another?
Kind of deep questions. I'm not sure if I would actually be able to tentatively answer that because we even know, like, the craziest part about all this is actually the fact that at the subatomic, like, quantum level, that's more real than you might think, because the state of quantum particles as we can read them actually changes based on the fact that we observe them. Like, if we observe them, they behave differently than if they aren't observed, which is really bizarre because it really could feel like the math is saying that the fact that we notice something actually makes it have a different type of interaction with other substances than from whether it never been observed at all, which just starts getting really, really, like, that's where science and like philosophy start to come together, and it's really terrifying when that happens. Are you high, bro? We coexist in the same reality. Neither. There is no one real reality. We all coexist in the same reality, even if it is perceived differently. Like the pen, the object and its existence doesn't alter its reality because the ability to perceive it has changed. Even if we couldn't see the desk, I could discern it's a desk through my other senses, and I'd still come to the same conclusion as somebody else that this is a desk. The changes in our perception might differ in how we understand or process what something is, but it doesn't ultimately change the thing itself. He nods pensively.
That's a very interesting approach.
Kohaku smiles.
And now you have participated in your very first club discussion. I suppose that means an official welcome is now in order. So, welcome.
Hey, thanks. This is how our meetings normally go?
More or less. Come on, let's join the rest of the group and continue the conversation. It'll be interesting to hear other perspectives.
I nod and follow Kohaku as he introduces me to my fellow club members. We continue our philosophical debate until our meeting is over. My brain is already tired, and I wish I didn't have to return to class. Still, I had fun. I look forward to the next discussion. It was a short little snippet, but that was fun. It absolutely got my brain a tickling, so that's good. When we return to the classroom, I take out my notebook and ready myself for the next lesson. The bell announcing the end of school day rings. The students collectively move from their seats to gather their things, and the noise and bustle are already taking over the room. As I'm putting away my notebook into my bag, Erilynn approaches me, her bag slung over her shoulder.
Don't forget about tonight.
Wait, what? I won't. She nods and stretches.
I'm going to rest a little before we go to the shrine.
Right, okay, this must be Thursday. Cool. Okay, I'll find you when I'll find you when I'm home. After the final nod, she exits the room. The results from the election haven't returned, but she's already acting like she runs the place. Regardless, I have some free time now. Wonder if anyone's free to hang out. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so I'm Mina or Kosei. I like Kosei, but let's hang out with Mina. Mina's fun. I see Mina gathering her stuff together. Hey, Mina. She looks up.
Oh, hey.
You ready to head home?
Yeah, I've had enough school for one day.
I nod in agreement. It'll be good to finally get out of here. After we've gathered all our things, we head outside to the quad. Right away, I can see a small line is formed in the middle of the grass leading up to one of the trees. I blink. What? What's this about? Mina stands on her tiptoes and looks around.
Oh, it looks like someone is reading tarot cards.
Tarot cards?
Yeah, see the sign?
I have to look over the crowd, but I see. There's not a sign that says free readings propped up in the grass. Why is someone randomly doing free readings?
Who cares? It's totally cool. We should get our fortunes read.
Sure, if we don't mind waiting. Witchcraft? Why not? Never had my fortune told before. I wonder what it would be like. That's totally me. Like, do I believe it? Absolutely not. There's nothing to it at all. If anything, it's just wordplay and very clever, wishy-washy stuff. But it's still fun. Like that's the thing. It's like I don't put any real credence into it, but I still would enjoy it. Like I wouldn't pay for it. That's pretty much my ultimate stance. I match your grin. You're right. That sounds fun.
Doesn't it? Come on, let's get in line before it gets more crowded.
We join the line and wait. Mina shifts from foot to foot. So why are you interested in this stuff anyway? She shrugs.
I don't know. I guess I'm just curious about what she'd say about my future. It'll be a fun experience at least.
Agreed. The line goes by fast. Soon the tarot card reader says goodbye to the person in front of us and then turns to greet us.
Hello.
She gestures to the grass in front of her.
Please, sit down.
I follow Mina and plop down the grass across from the girl.
Jupiter is aligned in the sky, bringing good luck, which is why for today only, I'm offering free tarot readings.
This is even crazier than I expected.
Please, address the cards. What would you like to know?
Mina pauses.
I'm not sure. I didn't think this far.
Seriously? She turns to me and crosses her arms.
Well, what do you think then?
Health, the most important thing. Financial security. Screw it. Let's go about the love life. I'd pick romance to see how many girls I'd get. She scoffs.
Oh, I can tell you that one already.
Yeah, you can.
Yep, none.
Ha ha ha. Why are you telling your own future? Mia crosses her arms.
Oh, we'll see about that.
She turns to the girl.
Can you tell us which one of us is more likely to get into a relationship first?
The cards will tell all.
She sprays out three cards and dramatically turns the first one over. A bright smile flashes across her face.
Oh!
Mina sits up.
What is it?
Oh my.
What? She looks Mina straight in the eyes.
Your propensity for love is actually really high.
Two of us blink, shocked. What? Really?
Yes.
Ha! I knew it! Who is it?
The girl flips over the second card.
Oh, he's right in front of your face. Someone you've never considered before.
Jose!
Right in front of my face?
Mina turns and looks at me, and instantly cringes.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, we're cousins. The girl's brow furrowed.
Are you sure? The cards are never wrong.
I think I know who my cousin is.
There's still one more card.
The girl turns over the last card. She shrugs.
Well, be that as it may, you two don't share a bloodline.
Mina blinks.
Excuse me?
Yeah, wait, what? Yep, excuse me?
That's what the cards tell me. You two are not related by blood.
What is this game doing? No! We glance at each other and then scoff.
We grew up together. I think we'd know by now if one of us was adopted.
Yeah, this does seem pretty unbelievable. Are you sure that's what the cards say? The girl crosses her arms.
Is Mars in opposition to Neptune?
I don't know. I like astronomy. That's a very open-ended question.
The answer is yes. My cards are never wrong. Look, I'll show you.
She shuffles the cards once more.
Let's see.
She pulls out a random card from the deck and blinks in surprise.
Huh, this is weird.
What?
What do you mean?
She shows us the card. It looks something like a kind of magical person.
This is the Magician card.
Magician card?
Yes, it means there is something supernatural going on in your life.
My pulse picks up a little. That's not far from the truth. Mina chuckles unimpressed.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything magical going on in my life.
The girl shakes her head.
The card says otherwise. This one says this magic appeared unexpectedly, almost as if it fell out of the sky.
He sweats. She looks Mina straight in the eye.
But someone is keeping it a secret from you.
Oh no, my magical secrets. What else she I am curious now. I would be like, okay, alright. You're striking home a little too much. This is eerily accurate. Follow the sky? Must be Erilynn reference. She's getting readings about Erilynn. Maybe she can give us some clue about how to help her. Can you tell us more about this magic? Where did it come from? The girl shuffles her deck again, but the next person in line snaps at us.
Hey, you've been in there forever. Hurry it up already.
Yeah, come on. You only got 3 cards. You already got more than that. The tail card reader shrugs apologetically.
Oh, they're right. I'm sorry, but I really have to be moving on now.
Mina looks over her shoulder at the crowd and her face flushes.
Oh, right. Come on, cuz. Let's get going.
But the stuff...
Are you guys done or what?
Yeah, okay, she's right. We spent enough time here already. Thank you for your time anyway. The girl nods.
Remember, with Jupiter high in the sky, it's the best time to be bold.
Is Mina an actual route? Like, it's implying she is. That's weird. Yeah, okay, thanks. Mina follows me away from the crowd. She looks skeptical.
That was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole thing was too weird. Why would she say we weren't related by blood? Mina laughs.
Right? Like, come on. Maybe she was running out of ideas.
Probably. That's just too ridiculous to be true.
And all of that magic stuff she was talking about? That's definitely made up.
I chuckle, trying to keep my cool. Yeah, totally no magic. Never. Yeah, definitely. She sighs.
I guess that was kind of a waste.
It was a good experience anyway.
We should head home now, huh?
Yeah, I've had enough school for the day. We gather up our stuff and head down the sidewalk, leaving the quad and the crowd behind. Game, what are you implying? Well, that whole thing was a new experience. I wonder what more the girl would have said about Erilynn had we not been interrupted. Was all the other stuff she said about even real to begin with? Everything else seemed kind of weird, but she'd been on the nose about magic. I try not to think too much about it. Looks like Mina's already put all that behind her. When we get home, we throw our book bags and head straight into our rooms. I hang out in my room, alternating between completing homework and getting distracted on the internet. Oh, ain't that a mood? When I noticed a dimming light outside, I checked the time. All right, we should head soon. Erilynn's door is closed, so I knock. Hey, Erilynn, are you ready?
Just a moment.
If it only takes her a few minutes to get ready, then we leave the house. She must be really eager to go. Erilynn is unusually serious and keeps picking up the pace as we walk. Are you nervous?
What is there to be nervous about?
There could be another Velden around.
I hope so.
I don't know, maybe she's getting attached to this world and doesn't want to leave. Her words don't have the same confidence they normally do. If I were her, I'd be nervous too. We head out and make our way over. It's not long before we arrive at the shrine gate. I spot Kira's long dark hair in front of the entrance. Erilynn does too, and shoots me a confused look right before we approach. Hey Kira.
Hello.
Kira and Erilynn stare awkwardly at each other before Erilynn looks at me.
What's going on?
Kira also shifts her gaze to Vita waits. Although her face doesn't show it, I have a feeling she's just as confused as Erilynn. Wait, did we just never mention that the three of us were coming here? I forgot we never actually told Erilynn of Kira's involvement. This is awkward. Kira was actually there the night you arrived. Erilynn looks back at Kira.
You were?
Kira nods. She's been helping me investigate. We've been working together to try and figure out what happened that day.
So you knew that I'm from Velden? No.
Erilynn's brow knits in confusion before Kira continues.
But I knew that you weren't from here. I saw you fall out of the sky that night.
Erilynn looks slightly concerned.
You knew everything this whole time? How come I didn't know about this?
Lapse? Kira blinks.
I thought you did. I didn't. He never told you?
Both women turn to stare at me. Erilynn folds her arms, demanding an explanation. Alright, I know this is bad. I'm an idiot. We'll just accept that and move on, okay? We got plenty to talk about. That's not me. Yeah, I messed up. I could have handled this situation better, and they both know it. No point denying it or making an excuse. Sorry, Erilynn, I should have told you. Erilynn crosses her arms.
Yes, you should have.
Anyway, now you know. Kira looks at Erilynn.
I'm sorry that you had to find out this way. I would have told you myself if I'd known.
I'm sorry! Erilynn hesitates and nods.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Don't worry, Kira. I won't share your secret with anybody.
I'm not interested in spreading rumors. Then what exactly is your interest?
Why is this so hostile?
I'm curious to know what's going on. As we all are.
Hang on. Why is the tension higher now? We should be calmed down. She gives Kira one last long look before softening her expression.
If that's the case, then I suppose thanks are in order. What for?
Erilynn points to me.
For helping this one look for answers. If we had to rely solely on his abilities, we wouldn't have learned anything.
I resent, but can't fight that. Kira smiles faintly.
You're welcome.
Maybe now we can move on and focus on what we came here to do. Erilynn slides me an unimpressed glance.
You said it was an old lady who spoke the phrase, yes? Mrs. Tanaka. We should find her at once.
Erilynn strides through the gate as we follow her through. Kira then leads the way to the area by the offering box. Wow, I can't read. Luckily, Miss Tanaka is there. A bright smile splits her face as she waves when she sees us.
Oh, you kids came back.
We promised we would.
I'm so delighted. It's lovely to see you again.
When she notices Erilynn, her eyes grow wide. She subtly elbows Kira.
Oh my, do you two still have that amulet I gave you?
Yes.
Good. Don't lose it. That friend you have is also very pretty, and you don't want to lose your man.
It's just making the situation worse. Is it even worth correcting Miss Tanaka? I have a feeling it would do no good.
Thanks, Mrs. Tanaka. I'm not concerned.
Aw, she's not. Is that because she likes me or doesn't like me? Just moving on, just don't think about it. I can't dwell on the thought for too long as Erilynn clears her throat. Actually, Miss Tanaka, this is Erilynn, the friend I mentioned last time. Miss Tanaka softens into a warm smile.
It's nice to meet you, Erilynn.
The pleasure is all mine.
Could you repeat that phrase you told us last time?
Oh, you mean Alioten lo real dan mali.
Erilynn grins excitedly.
Mali nodirum alioten.
Miss Tanaka looks surprised.
Oh, that's quite lovely. What does it mean?
Erilynn smiles. Erilynn's smile falters.
It's the other half of the honorific expression.
Really?
You're not familiar with it?
I don't believe I am, but I'd be happy to learn it.
Although she tries to hide it, I see the disappointment seeping into Erilynn's eyes.
Where did you learn the expression?
Here at the temple. An elderly woman used to visit quite often, and I hear her say it.
Is this the same woman who mentioned the ethereal energy?
Yes, exactly.
Right, we're on the track. Where is she? The three of us exchange glances.
I'd like to arrange a meeting with her.
She comes in with her grandson, but likes to keep to herself. It's been a very long time since I saw either of them, though.
How long?
Oh, maybe about a month or so.
How long has Erilynn been in town? It's only been a couple weeks, right? And when did you first hear the phrase?
I think 2 months ago. I do wish she'd visit again. It sounds like a pretty language.
I agree with that, but...
Actually, what language is it?
That is the ancient and sophisticated dialect of...
Swedish! It's Swedish! Ignoring the dirty look, Erilynn shoots me.
Oh, how fun. I know a phrase in Swedish.
Miss Tanaka giggles.
Maybe you could teach me more.
Another time, perhaps. It's getting late. We should be heading back. Miss Tanaka nods.
Of course. You must all have school tomorrow. Well, thank you for visiting, and I hope you'll come again.
So we gotta figure out who that old lady is. No, like, our leads are kind of cold at this point. Like, we know there's an old lady with a grandson, but, like, who is it? Thanks, Miss Tanaka. We say goodbye and walk toward the exit. Erilynn doesn't seem too concerned as we walk. In fact, she acts normal. Is she really okay, or is she hiding her disappointment? Kira glances at Erilynn. I wonder if she's thinking the same thing I am.
Mrs. Tanaka mentioned the old woman had a grandson. Maybe there are more people.
That's true. We thought there were no Veldens and then found out there were 2 Veldens here. Who knows how many more may be around? Erilynn nods.
That is possible.
She wears a soft smile. I think that helped. She seems happier. I think she really is enjoying herself. I think she wasn't quite ready to go home yet, is the thing. We exit the shrine and begin to walk home. I'm surprised to see that Erilynn's smile has only grown. She's much more relaxed than when we first arrived.
How are you feeling, Erilynn?
Excellent.
Really? I glance at Kira, who blinks in confusion. How come?
Because now I know I'll be rescued.
How do you know that?
It's quite simple. That old woman and her grandson have obviously returned home after 2 months of being stranded here.
Ah, interesting. How do you know they've returned? Erilynn shoots me an exasperated look.
If they frequented the shrine so often that Mrs. Tanaka memorized their sayings, then why would they suddenly disappear?
Okay, when you put it that way, it does make sense.
And that means I have nothing to worry about.
She's lost me again.
Do you think they were rescued?
They must have been. And if some random Veldens can be rescued, then I can expect to be found and rescued even sooner.
The real troubling factor here, though, is like we don't understand if we're talking 2 different dimensions, flow of time could be very different between the 2 of them. Like her being here for a few weeks could translate into years on the other side. We don't really know how that all works.
After all, as the princess, my safe return would be a top priority.
I like this one, but I also know it's the skeezy one, so we'll do that. I like being optimistic, but I don't know. I don't know if we should count on her getting rescued. It sounds like you've jumped to a lot of conclusions. It's more likely they found a way back home themselves. Erilynn scoffs.
Nonsense! If returning were so easy, then I could have just done it.
I'm about to argue, but Kira puts a hand on my arm to silence me. She shakes her head slightly. She's right. There's no point in bursting Erilynn's bubble. At least this thought will make her happy. When we reach Kira's intersection, we pause. Thanks for coming with us today.
Yes, and thank you for all you've done for me already.
Kira smiles slightly.
No problem. I'm glad I could help.
See you at school tomorrow. She nods. After saying goodbye, we part ways. Erilynn and I continue our journey home. Out of curiosity, what exactly does the honorific expression mean?
Aliotin Lorialden Mali translates to, May the dawn forever illuminate Terra. And Mali Nodiram Aliotin translates to, May Terra forever uplift the dawn.
Ah, beautiful poetry. It really is. Wow, that's beautiful and very poetic.
Yes, it was written in the original mandate, and is the most well-known High Amirian expression in Velden.
Sounds like you guys have a rich cultural history. I mean, it does. And we soon arrive home, and she immediately goes to her room. I return to my room as well and finish up my remaining homework. Then I get ready for bed. I have mixed feelings knowing Erilynn has a finite amount of time left here. Although she's only been with us a short time, I've gotten used to her presence. Still, this would be for the best. Erilynn deserves to return to the comfort of her own home. Quieting my thoughts, I lay down in my bed and drift to sleep. Imagine it'd be harder if you were pursuing like the romance path with her. I wonder if she would actually choose to stay if you actually follow through with that. Like that could be the ending. I mean, it's the ending that was in Crystalline. Alright, I wake up in the morning with a wide yawn. Another school day. At least tomorrow is the start of the weekend. The thought encourages me and I roll out of bed. Election day. After getting ready, I head downstairs into the kitchen. It's quiet in here. Are the girls still asleep? There's a note next to my breakfast. Gone to morning swim practice. Hurry up and eat while you'll be late, Mina. Jeez, Mina's on my case about being late even when she's not here. That accounts for her. What about Erilynn? I noticed another note next to Mina's. You took too long, so I left. Can't be late for my own coronation, Erilynn. Of course. It's not a coronation, and you may not even have won. I blinked, sheepishly put down the note. Wait, how late are we? I'm gonna stop talking to myself. I don't know what she means by take too long. Still have plenty of time to make it to school. Glancing at the clock, I pause. Okay, I'm cutting it close. Okay, good. I was like, no one woke us up. Are we like super late? I quickly finish my breakfast and begin the walk to school. I arrive in the courtyard earlier than anticipated. The walk's a lot faster when there's no one else slowing me down. Who knew? As I enter the school, I hurry to the cafeteria. The announcement for a grade representative is held here. All my friends are already seated. Kosei jumps up when he sees me.
Yes! Buddy! I knew you'd make it!
What? Who's doubting? Mina? Thanks. Mina sighs deeply as I take my seat.
I don't know how I should be feeling right now.
You didn't want me here? What's going on?
You just proved that I am your best bro. I always believed in you, my man.
Ah, they were betting.
Whatever, Kosei. You don't live with him. You don't see the dirty truth.
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
They had a wager on whether or not you'd arrive late.
And you made it. Just like I knew you would.
Oh, thanks for having my back, Kosei. Bros. So that means you bet against me. I shift my gaze to Mina, who slumps in her chair.
On one hand, I'm proud of you for making it on time without my help. But on the other hand, why did you have to be responsible today out of all days?
Let's see. You both suck. Yeah, I knew I could count on you, bro. I clasped Kosei on the shoulder. My best brother? I knew I could count on you.
Yeah, man, I always got your back.
I glance over to Erilynn, who is checking her nails disinterestedly. So, which side was Erilynn on?
Oh, she didn't participate.
Why not?
It would be inappropriate to take money from subjects.
Ah, subjects? You don't even know the results of the race yet.
I don't need to. I was born for this role.
She's gonna win. She's totally gonna win. Everyone settles down as Miss Sato enters the cafeteria. Yeah, because you know what? That would absolutely have us cheers. No.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sure you're all eager to learn the results of yesterday's vote.
How much you want to bet he's gonna ask for a recount? An excited murmur flutters through the room. Miss Sato clears her throat.
After tallying up the votes, I'm happy to announce that our new grade representative is...
Drum roll, though it's not necessary because we all know who it is. I can feel the anticipation in the air.
Miss Erilynn Dawn.
Surprising no one. Erilynn smiles graciously as the cloud applauds. Blah, blah, blah.
Congratulations, Miss Dawn. And a big thank you to all of the candidates for an excellent race.
Congratulations, Erilynn. I had faith that you'd win.
Thank you. It's wonderful to know I have the support of my subjects.
Don't use that word.
Erilynn, you won!
Mia jumps up and down in excitement. Kosei flashes a confident grin.
Of course she did. She was the best candidate by far. That's why I voted for her.
Congratulations, Erilynn.
I blink in surprise. I see Kira standing there. Erilynn's grin broadens.
Thank you, Kira.
Miss Sato steps over and offers Erilynn a warm smile.
Congratulations, Miss Dawn. I look forward to the great work you'll do as both grade representative and class representative.
Thank you, Miss Sato.
Erilynn is soon swarmed by her classmates offering praise and congratulations. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Jiro sitting quietly by himself. Disappointment keeps his head down. Can't help but feel a little bad. Jiro was very passionate about this position, so it must have hurt that he lost. As I'm debating whether or not to talk to him, I watch him stride over to Erilynn. The crowd falls silent and parts as he approaches. He stares at Erilynn with a serious stare, then clears his throat.
Congratulations. It's clear the best candidate won, and I look forward to seeing the great work that you'll do.
Now,
Thank you. And I expect to see the same from you.
Jiro blinks.
From me?
Yes, as our class representative.
See, that was a clever idea. His mouth opens and closes, but he's too shocked to speak.
You want me?
I do. And as I speak for the people, it's what the people want too, right?
The class erupts into cheers. Jiro looks still looks concerned.
I appreciate the thought, but ultimately it's Miss Sato's decision on who can be class representative.
All gazes shift onto our teacher, who grins broadly.
I have no objections.
Yeah, everyone wins! Everyone wins! After hearing Miss Sato's approval, Jiro stands straighter.
Then of course I'd be happy to accept this responsibility.
I wouldn't expect anything less from you.
Congratulations to Mr. Jiro Osamu as our new class representative.
The class cheers enthusiastically for Jiro. He pushes his glasses up his nose, clearly pleased by the attention. That's exactly what I thought would happen. Erilynn stands to the side, allowing Jiro a chance in the spotlight. She flips her hair back and wears a proud smirk. I'm actually feeling proud of her too. Although her constant reminders of her birthright could be annoying, it seems she really does inherit some natural leadership ability. Having a position on the council will make Jiro really happy, plus he'd be good at it. Erilynn might act like she only cares about herself, but when it comes down to it, she thinks of others too. I approach her. Hey, nominating Jiro for class representative is a really nice thing to do.
Of course I'd do that. It made the most sense.
It absolutely does. Delegation is a very, very important part of any leadership role. Yeah, he'll do a good job.
Will he? I suppose that could be true. I didn't pay attention.
Uh-huh. Oh, what? Why'd you give him the role then?
Well, somebody has to take care of all the paperwork.
Isn't that your job? She laughs.
Of course not. The ruling party doesn't do their own work. That's what advisors and staff members are for.
Oh my gosh. Take back what I said.
It was a smart move.
It really was, though. Both Erilynn and I turned towards the voice. Kira must have snuck up on us. How long was she standing there? How?
Everyone wins. Erilynn wins the election, and Jiro wins a leadership role.
He only won because Erilynn gave it to him.
Perhaps. But Jiro cares and will do a good job. That's why Erilynn gave him the role, right?
I mean, it makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. If you ever find yourself in a position of power, then you'll understand.
She's got a point. She was very, lofty about it, but she's absolutely right. You just delegate everything you don't want onto someone else.
It's called management.
It really is. I'm about to retort, but she's not exactly wrong. Maybe she really is a good leader. No, she is. That's top-notch, leadership and delegation. And delegation is important because Erilynn will have responsibilities. She makes it sound like she's just giving him all the boring work, but frankly, he's probably all for it. There are people who genuinely can enjoy the bureaucratic side of things. She probably is going to be a lot more focused on, campaigning, motivation, making petitions and offering ideas. There's going to be a lot of work that she will do as the class. So not class representative, but the... effectively, she's kind of like the president of the freshmen, effectively, from what I understand. Miss Sato finally breaks up the crowd and ushers everyone back to our classroom. We settle in our seats, still buzzing about the results. Once the class is calm, Miss Sato begins the lesson. The rest of our classes go by quickly. Finally, it's the end of the school day and beginning of the weekend. As I pack up, I see Mina heading toward the door. Hey, you going home? She shakes her head.
I'm going to go meet the girls from swim club, but I'll be home tonight.
After a wave of goodbye, she disappears into the hall. It's nice she's getting along with her club friends. As for me, who do I want to hang out with? Erilynn or Kosei? Kosei, you're my bro. You always got my back. But I'm going to go see what Erilynn's up to. I catch up to Erilynn after class so we can walk home together. Yeah, it's kind of like what I was thinking before. Remember how I said that, it's like Ace, where, you get multiple options to hang out. And so, you often get to do some of these, activities with, multiple people. But you have a limited amount of time you can do them. So, yeah. Anyway, I catch up to Erilynn after class so we can walk home together. Ready to go?
Of course.
We walk in silence as we exit the school. Erilynn's becoming more familiar with the route home and walks alongside me.
When we return, I'd like to request a withdrawal from the treasury in the house.
You want money? What?
The place where you store your money.
You mean a wallet? We aren't a bank. Normal people don't have treasuries. She shrugs.
That sounds much more dangerous, but all right. I'd like to request a withdrawal from your wallet.
I narrow my eyes. Why? Erilynn sighs that the answer should be obvious.
Because I need money.
Yeah, why do you need money?
To buy things, of course.
She looks exasperated. I bite back a rising frustration. Obviously, what do you want to buy?
Oh, just a little token of appreciation so I can say thank you for hosting me.
So you want to buy me a present with my own money. So I'm buying myself a gift. That actually sounds nice. I can't keep the surprise out of my voice. Really? She glances at me.
What is so surprising about that?
I just wasn't expecting it.
It's the least I can do after all your aunt and uncle have done for me.
You're right. It's actually very kind of you. What do you want to buy them?
Flowers.
She beams brightly, confident in her choice. That was quick. She must have been thinking about this for a while. That's a good idea. Let's go flower shopping. I lead the way to the flower shop, and Erilynn follows a step behind. The air is warm and mild, making it a pleasant walk. A lot of people linger outside, enjoying the nice weather before the cold sets in. After a while, I see the green awning of the shop. Pots of bright flowers are neatly arranged by the window. Their petals are open wide, proudly displaying a rainbow of color. A small bell dings as we enter, alerting the clerk to our presence.
Welcome. Have a look around. I'll be with you in a moment.
Thanks. Erilynn already inspects the flowers. She kneels down to get a closer look, touching the petals. After making a circle in the store, she nods, calling over the clerk.
Yes, let's grab some of these sweet pea blossoms and bellflowers.
She points at different plants while the clerk scrambles to collect them.
Add the hydrangeas.
The clerk reaches for the flowers.
Actually, no. Leave out the hydrangeas. Let's add camellias instead.
This continues for a bit. Sometimes Erilynn seems certain about her choice, but a moment later she will reconsider. I wait patiently for her to make her selection, but this is taking a lot longer than I thought. How hard can it be to pick out flowers? It would go a lot faster if she didn't keep changing her mind. No, she's like designing a bouquet, man. Like, this is art in its purest form. With a sigh, I check the time on my phone. Erilynn pauses and I look up. Oh, are you done? She shifts her gaze my way.
Not yet.
I look over to the clerk, who is holding a bundle of flowers in her arms. Are you sure?
Yes. Now don't rush me. Perfection demands care.
They're just flowers. Doesn't seem like it's that hard of a choice. Erilynn crosses her arms.
Then perhaps you'd like to help.
Are you being serious right now?
Yes. If you know so much, then by all means go ahead and choose some.
Okay. If I had to make a bouquet, what would I do? Now, pick ones that look nice together is good, but asking the clerk is a pretty solid option too. But desert roses wouldn't be good. I pick a bouquet has to be tasteful and beautiful. I browse the flower pots and randomly select flowers that look nice together. Carefully, I grab each blossom by the stem. There's a yellow one, a white one, and a blue one, and some filler greenery. There you go. I proudly show Erilynn my selection. She scoffs.
Yellow carnations are actually a rejection. Forget-me-nots mean remembrance of a past romance, and don't even get me started on white lilies. That's what you bring to a funeral.
Oh, so we literally just made a bouquet that says that our relationship is dead and buried. Oh my gosh. It's like this is something you would like give as like a passe insult to like an ex. She shakes her head.
If that's the kind of bouquet you'd put together, then I'm happy I never received one.
I blink. Since when did flowers hold so much meaning? I hadn't realized she was choosing her flowers based on symbolism. How do you even know all this?
A princess must be knowledgeable in a variety of subjects. Now hush. I need to concentrate.
Now, the real question is, like, how does she know what flowers? Like, are the flowers in both worlds the same? I quiet down and watch Erilynn select a few more flowers, green filler plants. When she's done, we bring everything to the counter and check out. I'm putting my change back into my wallet when Erilynn turns around and walks out the store. Finding back another sigh, I snatch the flowers and follow her out. Hey, you almost forgot these. She smiles broadly.
No, I didn't.
She then sets off in the direction toward home. Pushing back a jolt of irritation, I follow her. God, just oozes with authority. It sucks because we can't say no either. Erilynn's mood seems to be lifted, and there's a small spring in her step. She must be excited about this bouquet. We reach the house. She gets to work. As a bystander, it looks like she's inserting the blossoms at random, but the concentration on her face says otherwise. What if you stuck a rose over here? I point between the big camellia blossom and the droopier bellflower. Erilynn shakes her head.
It would make the flowers look too cramped.
She tucks the rose in to show me.
See? The way the camellia covers half of the rose makes the whole arrangement feel too busy.
She adds a wispy spring of green instead, making the piece feel airy and light. In spite of myself, I'm impressed. Flower arranging was never something I thought about, but the level of design intricacy is immense. Finally, she takes a step back and admires her handiwork.
Another Dawn masterpiece.
It really is. I can see the different textures that each flower or green leaf brings. Some blossoms are large, some are small. Although every bit of the vase is full, the bouquet doesn't feel overwhelming. That's actually looks really nice.
Of course it does.
I'll admit I'm impressed. She raises a brow.
You doubted my abilities?
No, you're talented, but I didn't expect this hobby. No, but it's a pretty unusual skill to have, so to find someone good at it is rare. Erilynn grins. Either way, I wouldn't have been able to assemble such a pretty bouquet.
Indeed.
You don't have to agree so readily. She merely smiles. We hear a soft clink of the door opening. Erilynn fluffs up the blossoms one last time as Aunt Emiko enters the kitchen.
Hello, hello! I just popped over for a minute because I forgot my...
She gasps when she sees the flowers.
Oh, what a gorgeous bouquet!
Erilynn beams with pride.
Please accept this as a thank you for your kindness and generosity. You and your husband have been very kind to me, and I won't forget your hospitality.
Aw, sweetie, this is so thoughtful of you. And you don't have to be so polite. It has been a delight having you stay with us.
A light pink dusts Erilynn's cheeks.
I've had a wonderful stay with you, too, which is why I hope you like the flowers.
Aunt Emiko pulls Erilynn to a hug.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Aw, it's so sweet. Erilynn stiffens, clearly unused to the gesture, but slowly she relaxes and hugs her back. After a moment, they pull away, and Aunt Emiko takes another look at the bouquet.
They're very beautiful, and would be such a lovely addition to our home. Why don't we display it on the table in the hall?
Erilynn nods, still smiling as she follows Aunt Emiko. I hear them talk more about the flowers. Erilynn shares the type of plants as well as their meanings. I briefly consider joining them, but I don't want it to intrude. The two of them haven't really had a chance to bond yet. Once their conversation is over, I hear the door open again as Aunt Emiko returns to the bakery. I join Erilynn in the hall. That went well. She nods. The bouquet turned amazing. Have you made them often?
Actually, yes. Flower arranging is an important part of a princess's upbringing, and I've always found it to be one of my more interesting lessons.
Yeah, because you can send intricate messages with flowers that you can either give or have on display when dignitaries arrive. You can really send a lot of very interesting politically charged messages under the table. A subtle way of wielding power. How come?
Because it's deceptively difficult. In theory, it seems like an easy practice. You just put flowers in a vase. Even a simpleton could do that.
She glances at me for emphasis. Hey!
But to turn it into an art form, you have to take into account so many different elements. Textures, colors, shapes, negative space, location of the bouquet, and so on. It's like solving a puzzle.
When she describes it like that, it does sound like putting together a jigsaw puzzle. The flowers are all the scattered puzzle pieces that have to be mixed and matched to complete the image. She flips her hair.
Of course. It helps that I've always been good at it. In fact, most of the arrangements displayed in the palace are an Erilynn original.
Oh, really? In that case, your gift was extra thoughtful. I appreciate the extra effort you put in to make a special arrangement for my family.
I meant what I said. They have been very kind to me, and while the accommodations haven't been up to my usual standards, I've still been surprisingly comfortable.
That's a backhanded compliment, but okay. I'm sure they'd be happy to hear that.
Although they're not the only ones for whom I've prepared a gift.
Really? I blink. Who else? With a sly smile, she disappears back into the kitchen. When she returns, she hands me a bright yellow flower. Has broad petals and a long cup-like center.
This is a jonquil. I chose it especially for you.
Oh, I'm terrified of what it means. Wow, really? I didn't notice her pick it out at the shop. I'm touched by the gesture. Thank you. What does it mean? She shrugs.
You can figure it out. It's not my fault you don't know the language of flowers.
It's an insult, isn't it? Erilynn flows into a fluid stretch.
Thank you for your assistance today. Now, after all of that work, I need to rest.
All right. We're figuring this out right now. Because I'm curious. It was a jonquil? Okay. Let's see. Gotta get it in my phone. Flower, meaning. John. Jungle flower. It's very pretty. It's got the cup shape. Yeah, it's a birth flower for those born in March. The bright yellow or white is beautiful in its own right, especially since they signal the arriving of spring. The meaning of flower is twofold: one meaning that of desire, and another of domestic bliss as well as friendship. Oh, okay, so she's probably going for the friendship one. I wonder if you've been more aggressively pursuing her, if it's a different flower. No problem. Oh yeah, so it's a domestic one too. So maybe she's saying thank you for being a live-in friend, because domestically we share a house space, and then it's a sign of friendship. That's cool. I'm already pulling up Google on my phone. I didn't notice her actually. Dang it! And it's Google on our phone. Didn't notice her actually. Quickly as I do, I search for the meaning of jonquil. The result comes up with return of affection. What does that mean? Is she returning my affection? What counts as affection? Maybe helping her pay for the flower or helping her navigate this new world? Or is she expecting me to return her affection? I freeze, my eyes growing wide. Does Erilynn like me? But she hasn't done anything affectionate toward me. Wait, is this referring to the romantic affection or platonic? I do a bit more digging, but end up with conflicting information. Apparently it could be related to either. A groan of frustration escapes my lips. I look back up from my phone. Erilynn's long gone. It would be awkward to directly asking her. Somehow I get the feeling she left this ambiguous on purpose. I'll look for more into it later. For now, I better put the flower in some water. After finding a small vase, I set the flower on the windowsill in my room. The sun catches the buttery petals. The more I look at it, the calmer I feel. A soft smile grows on my lips. It's definitely a thoughtful gift. I return to the kitchen to clear up and pause instead. Not only have the broken stems and leaves been collected into a pile, the extra flowers are bundled into a mini bouquet. Did Erilynn do this? I've never seen her clean up after herself before. I wonder if this is also part of my gift. Is this a form of her affection? Shaking my head, I clear out the discarded plants and put the bouquet in a vase. I decide to leave it at the center of the table for all to view. Very nice. Afterwards, I head up to my room. I decide to get a head start on some homework. After a few hours, I'm finally finished. I yawn, scrub my hand down my face, and then glance at the time. Wow, it's 10 p.m. already? How did it get so late? My stomach growls. After that, I deserve a midnight snack. Ooh, interesting. I'll do a little more. I make my way downstairs. Something pink flickers out of the corner of my eye. I turn to find Mina sitting alone at the kitchen table. Hey! She doesn't respond. When I get closer, I realize she's slouched in her seat and huddled up into a big tub of ice cream. Mina, did you have a bad day? She wipes her eyes and hiccups.
What?
Uh-oh. Her voice is miserable and stuffy. She scoops out a large glob of ice cream and stuffs it in her mouth. What are you doing?
Nothing.
She sniffles. Okay, this is clearly something. What's going on? I frown. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Right. Well. Mina groans and throws her head back.
I'm never going to get a boyfriend.
Thought so. Aww. The cute Mina. Aww, such adorableness. She's really cute. I blink. What? She shovels down another large spoonful.
You heard me. I'm going to be alone forever.
I'm so confused. What brought this on? Seriously, this is all super random. Instead of answering, she just starts blubbering.
You see? You didn't even deny it.
Hang on. She slumps deeper into her chair, all her grace gone. You're not the only one who's single. Sad. Oh, it's okay, Mina. You won't be single forever.
How do you know?
Because you have a lot going for you.
Like what?
I don't know. You're adorable. You're athletic. That's pretty awesome. Well, you're upbeat. You're a great swimmer. Your witty comebacks to the coast, they make everyone laugh. You're a good friend. There's never a dull moment when you're around. Mina pauses and wipes her cheek with her sleeve.
You're just saying all of that.
But does it mean it's not true? No, I'm not. I mean it. It looks like my encouragement is helping. She sits up a little.
You do?
Yeah. And more importantly, it was written in the cards. She lifts an eyebrow.
What?
Remember the tarot cards? Love's right in front of you. A light bulb seems to go off in her head.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I grin. See? Don't be so worried about it, Mina. You're a great person, and these things tend to fall into place when you least expect it. Mina offers me a shaky smile.
You know what? You're right. I don't need to worry.
She grins and eats another scoop of ice cream. Wait, are you still sad?
Nope. This ice cream is just really good.
It does look pretty good. Mina notices me staring and lifts the tub.
You want some?
Yeah, thanks. She hands me her spoon. I take a huge bite. Mmm, delicious. The two of us end up sharing the ice cream and chatting for a while. I'm glad I could cheer Mina up. It isn't fun to see your family upset like that, but I know things will work out for her. We put the rest of our ice cream away, and then the two of us wander upstairs to bed. Once I'm in my room, I change into my pajamas and jump into bed, fluff up my pillow, and eventually drift off to sleep. That was adorable. I'm guessing she had some kind of drama happen at the swim club, or maybe one of her friends just got into a relationship. Maybe with someone she was kind of eyeing. That's always hard. All right, but that's where we're going to end for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It's a pleasure having you here, and we'll see. I might be having a bit of a break after this episode. I'm technically going to be gone already by the time this is all started, but I'm trying to record ahead of schedule, and so like hopefully there won't be a big of a gap, but I'm running out of time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to have all the time that I'm going to be gone covered, so if you don't see a post for a week or two, don't panic, it's just me taking some vacation time. So hopefully you enjoyed yourselves. If you're looking for something to watch and you just can't bear to wait, like I highly recommend you check out some of my other playlists, especially if you haven't seen my Ace Academy playlist. It's a really fun one. Old style too, like way back when I was still trying to figure out how I wanted to make my videos look and feel. But yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts on all those old videos if you wanted to watch them. I'm also happy to see what you think of this one. Very interesting how they're playing it so far, and is Mina a real romanceable route? That's like, it keeps like kind of implying that's possible, but I'm not sure. Like, it's kind of weird, but well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much to the patrons who make this channel so much better because they're giving the support. I look forward to being able to give you guys a patron cast here very, very soon. Looking forward to being able to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for all your love and support. And especially to all the viewers and people who comment, likes, and subscribes. Like, anything you guys do on the channel at all means so much to me. I'm grateful to be able to share this time with you and to share my adventures. Hopefully you continue to enjoy yourself with me. And until the next video watching me up, see me in next. I'll see you there.